Hey, right now we are going to talk about words and speaking life. This is a subject that we all could benefit from, and that's watching the words that come out of our mouths. And I keep hearing, what's his name, Chris Tucker? Are you listening to the words that's coming out of my mouth? You know, the words that come out of our mouths, it could be so critical to your success. You know, too often you allow yourself to say negative things about yourself, or you allow other people to say negative things about you. And I just want to encourage you to pay attention to the words that you say. Sometimes you have to sit back and be the thinker watching the thinker. You have to sit back, and before the words come out of your mouth, you have to make sure that you phrase them properly before you speak something negatively, because words have power. Your word is your wand. You can use your words to manifest great things, or you can use your words to manifest negative things, or you could use your words to manifest mediocre things. You know, it really depends on those words. It depends on your words, your thoughts. They are connected. Your word, what you think about, you bring about, and definitely what you speak about, you can bring about just as well. Now I have this book in my hand. This is a book I wrote in 2005, I think, The Recipe for Prosperity, and it goes along with a program that I teach called The Recipe for Prosperity. Now, this program has many phases to it. We have a 30-day challenge with this program. We have the course, the 5-week course. We have the book. We have a CD which teaches you visualization exercises to help you get to the next level. It's an awesome program. So anyway, so I will be looking at it a little bit as I'm going through, because I teach you about words and using them and how to use them effectively to manifest what you want in this program. So I got my little book here for me as a little cheat sheet. So anyway, so I'm going to talk about some things that we say that really are like breathing death into your situation or into your experience. Now, one of the things is that I work to pay bills. I hear so many say, shoot, I work to pay bills. I ain't got no money. That ain't in my budget. Psh, I can't afford that. You know, all of those things, oh my God, those are success killers. Okay, do not say I work to pay bills, because if you say I work to pay the bills, that means that you aren't going to be able to save money. You won't be able to invest money. You won't be able to go on a shopping spree. You won't be able to do anything except pay bills. So if you are tired of living in that place where all you have is money to pay bills and nothing else, then stop saying it. Stop speaking it. You know, sometimes people talk about, well, I'm just being real. Well, you know what? Forget being real. Sometimes being real is not where you want to be. You know, because sometimes reality sucks a little bit. So you might have to step outside of your reality. I was talking to a client the other day, and she was saying, oh, well, how I, you know, she ain't feel so good, whatever. I'm just pushing through, whatever. And I said, you know what? You're going to have to step outside of that and act like you are where you want to be. You're going to have to act as if for a little while and fake it till you make it. You know how they say fake it till you make it? Well, I don't believe in posturing and giving a bunch of BS, but faking it till you make it in this instance might not be a bad idea, because if you murmur and complain all the time and all you're doing is breathing death all the time, then you're going to create more of that. If you say I work to pay bills, then that's all you're going to do. If you say I don't have any money, that's all you're going to create more of. If you say, I'm just getting by, that's all you're going to do is just get by, you know? So you have to use your words creatively when you're feeling funky, for real. So you might have to say, I feel super fantastic. You know, I used to do this exercise. I got that I feel super fantastic from an old friend of mine. But when I used to speak like 5 times a week when I lived in California, I used to speak and train and everything. It was so much fun. But before I started speaking, I made the whole audience stand up, and I made them throw their hands up in the air, and then I made them bang and say, I feel super fantastic. And I knew some of them didn't feel super fantastic, and I did not care. And we had to say that 3 times. And I did that until their spirit shook off whatever they had on them, so that now we could begin. Because I don't have time to be competing with a whole bunch of extra and a whole bunch of other stuff that's outside. I want the vibration raised in my audience so that we can have fun enjoying whatever we're talking about for that presentation. So that's what you might have to do in your life. If you feel funky, you might have to say the opposite of that. You know, I remember long ago, one of my first mentors, Bob Proctor, he said, if you tell yourself a lie long enough, it will become your reality. And I would do it, you know. I remember one time I was like, shoot, I'm tired of telling myself this lie, you know, because I remember I had on a little card, and I had it on my wall. I still do that to this day. I put paper on the wall with my affirmations on it and stuff. Doesn't look like it looked back then, but it's very interesting. But, you know, I had this card, and it said, I'm making $10,000 a month. So every morning I'd look in the mirror and I'd say, I'm making $10,000 a month. And I would just be in that place, right? And then after like a year, and I wasn't making $10,000 a month, I was so damn irritated, I took that card down off the wall. I ain't saying this stupid thing no more. But you know what? I put it down. I didn't throw it away. And then it might have been a year later after that, one day I woke up and I was making over $10,000 a month. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm making over $10,000 a month. So what I needed to do for me was to take that affirmation, and we're not going to talk about affirmations right now, but I had to take that affirmation out of my face because it was making me feel bad to not have that. So sometimes, you know, we get into this when we go deeper, but sometimes, you know, when you look at something all the time and it's not happening, it makes you feel worse, and it makes you be more in your reality, if you know what I mean. But honestly, sometimes to shake that place up and to not be there in the moment, you have to say something different. So instead of murmuring and complaining and feeling downtrodden and draggy and always looking sad and mournful, put a smile on your face, even if it's a fake smile. You know what I mean? I remember when I was a pom-pom, we had to do this fake smile and stand like this all the time, right? So do a pom-pom smile. Just do a fake smile. So do a fake laugh. When you take my class, I'm going to show you how to fake laugh, because you know what? Your spirit doesn't know a fake laugh from a real laugh. And we're getting into another subject now. But your spirit doesn't know the difference, right? So if you go, your spirit is going to think you're happy. So do it. Do you know, or say, I feel super fantastic, because guess what? Your spirit don't know that you don't. Okay? And move your body like you feel super fantastic, and put a smile on your face and pretend like you're happy if you're not happy, because guess what? The more you act sad, the more you're going to be sad. The more you speak negativity about yourself and about your life, the more negativity you're going to create, because that's how it works. Now, I remember a situation that we had a long time ago. I don't even remember when it was. I don't even know how old I was. I think I was in my late 20s, mid to late 20s or whatever. And I remember having to do this presentation at church, and I had to speak. And my brother had gotten into some trouble. And I remember we went to court. No. We went to the jailhouse on the way to where we were going for me to speak. And when we got there to see him, we couldn't see him, and they said, oh, he's in warrant services. And I mean, it felt like every time we went there, he was in warrant services. It's like, what the hell is wrong with you? Didn't we say shut up? And let them talk to your attorney? Like, how are you continuing to get warrants? But anyway, so anyway, I know that was too much information, but anyway, I remember saying, God, what next? And my mother would say the same thing, what next? And every time we said what next, then he got another warrant. And I said, you know what, we got to stop saying what next, because every time we say what next, something next happens. And what happens is, when you say what next, you are not saying, what wonderful thing is going to happen to me next. You're actually saying, Lord, what next? I'm so tired. Is anything ever gonna go right? What next is gonna happen to me that's bad? That's what you're really saying when you're saying what next. So stop saying what next, unless you're gonna say it with positive expectancy. So if you're saying, man, great things are happening in my life, what next do you guys have in store for me? Then I'm all right with that, you know. But if you're saying it the other way, stop it. Just close your mouth and stop it. You're gonna have to start stopping yourself in your tracks. Like I said earlier, you're gonna have to be the thinker watching the thinker, and before the words come out your mouth, you gotta be thinking about them before they come out into the universe, into fruition, into manifestation. So this is one of the ways that you manifest what you want on purpose. You stop saying what the heck you don't want all the freaking time, you know. So the last part of this that I want to share with you is anchoring in that ugly place. You know, anchoring in your wounds, anchoring in the dark places, anchoring in the negativity. That's what we do with our words. Now, I have been a therapist, and one thing that I don't like about traditional therapy that I practice, you know, I'm not ragging on therapists because I am one, so to speak. But when people come, they're talking about their situation, and oftentimes they're anchoring in negativity. And if you see a client every week and every week they're anchoring in their stuff, then are you really helping them, or are you helping them to breathe more life into their stuff? I remember it was a long time ago. I was feeling kind of bad, and I wanted to go talk to somebody, and I went to talk to this man. He was a therapist. And I can honestly say some of the work that we did together was excellent, and I actually used some of the work in my retreats because it is so good. But one thing that I noticed about going to see him was that I always was crying. And I was like, I'm tired of being here. I'm tired of crying. Every time I come to you, I'm crying. When I leave, I'm not crying. But I'm crying when I come here. I keep anchoring in this place. And, you know, am I going to come to you for 50 years and still be anchoring in this place? You know, there's got to be a better solution. So I have found in my practice better solutions than always anchoring in your stuff. So it's very, very important that even if you are going to a therapist, you can get it out. Make sure that your therapist knows what's up. But let's go to healing. Let's not go to staying there and reliving that stuff every week, you know, every time we talk. Like, you don't have to live there anymore. The more you live there, the more you're going to live there, okay? That's how it works. The more you breathe life into it, the more you breathe life into it. That is exactly how it works, and you will create more of that. So if you didn't like your relationship with this guy and, oh, woe is me, well, guess what? You're going to get another guy just like that if you don't release that. If you don't release the hurt, anger, and the pain, if you don't heal the hurt, anger, and the pain, if you don't clear that spot up and heal it, you're going to create another hurt, anger, and pain. It's just going to be in another physical body. You know, so I really have to urge you to watch your words, because your words are very, very powerful. Watch what's coming out of your mouth. It is okay to talk to a therapeutic person about what is going on, but it is not okay to anchor there every time you talk to them. So if the person that you're going to see is not helping you to heal from that situation, and you're just regurgitating those situations all the time, every week, then you're talking to the wrong person. And I'm going to just be real right there. You're talking to the wrong person, because therapy should be about healing. You shouldn't be in therapy with a person for 50 years. I have been in therapy with people who have been in therapy for years and years and years, and they get with me and they feel better after a couple of sessions. You know, what is that? You know, it's because I am solution oriented, and I am all about healing. And this program, it is about healing so that you can get to the next level. Most of you are here because you want success in your business, or you just want success in your life, or both. hopefully it's both, you know, because what good is having a successful business and the rest of your life is full of crap, you know? So we will work on all of it, but to get to the success, sometimes you got to clear up the crap so that you can get to where it is you want to go. We're going to start with the words. All right, enjoy your day.